Hello, everybody, and welcome to Comic Time. I am Rainbow Red Panda, and this is Norton, and we have lots of comic books. I believe I picked up 30 this week from my comic book store. Only one is a duplicate variant cover, so that's exciting. Last week I had a few, so my stack was big, but it didn't count because some of them were multiples. But this week I only had one multiple, so this is the stack. An old issue that came out a week or two ago, but I just now got it because my shop forgot to special order it for me at the time. Legend of Oz Wicked West number 18. New stuff, Adventure Time Flipside number 6. 6 of 6 means that it's over. It'll be interesting to see if they come out with another title after that because it's Adventure Time, it's everywhere, and they want your money. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I believe this is issue number 34, and it is, and I'm excited to read it. Suicide Risk number 14. We have The Wake number 9. Now, when The Wake first came out, I read it. It was alright. I got to about issue 5, and my interest was sort of lost. I didn't really care that much about it. I was like, I'm ready for this 10 issues to be over. And it took me, I think, 3 or 4 months to finally get through all of number 5. I read like half of it. I put it down. I just didn't care. And then I got really behind on comic books, and I made myself catch up. And in doing that, I was like, you have to read number 5 because you have to read all the other ones, and it's just part of catching up. So I made myself read it, and since then, the story's gotten better for me. I like the way that the story is now. I'm excited to read number 9, actually, which is something I didn't think I would be able to say a few months ago. But I'm excited to finish it. I have a feeling that I'm going to end up liking the ending, and I'm not going to want it to end. But I'm going to deal with that when it comes. So issue number 9 is out today, and I hope you guys like it. I know a lot of people are reading it. Some people I know aren't. But a lot of people are, so hopefully you guys have a good opinion of it as well now. But it was a rough start for me. I wasn't as interested in it as I am with all of the other books that I read. We have Dream Police number 2, which I really like this title. Also, number 1 was really good for me, so I'm excited to read number 2. We have Scribblenauts Unmasked. Now, you may think, oh, well, you've never had that title in your show before. Well, yes, that is correct. I haven't. The writer of it, Josh Elder, he was on Panel to Panel a few months ago, sometime. And it was an awesome show. He was one of the better, my favorite guests that we've had. Going into it, I hadn't read any of his Scribblenauts stuff. And I didn't really know what to expect, but he was a really awesome guy. He was really cool to talk to, and even though I had no idea about him writing or anything, it was cool to talk to him, and I'm like, I knew I would like him, and I knew I would like this book, and so none of the stores that I go to carry it, and I felt bad, so I ordered it from my shop. The issues, they still haven't come in, but number 5 is out now, so I got it. So I don't have 1 through 4, but I have number 5, so I'm excited to read it. It sounds like a really awesome thing. If you guys like the video game, I would suggest reading the comics. As soon as he started talking about Batman and doing his Batman voice, and then talking about Larfleeze, I was like, I like this person. I need to read his things. So I'm going to read them, but I still need 1 through 4 before I can read number 5. So I'm working on it, maybe soon. Rise of the Magi, number 1. I'm excited to read this. I pre-ordered it a while ago, so I don't quite remember what it's about, but I was really excited whenever I saw it in my stack today. Phantom Stranger, number 20. It's always awkward for me whenever a company cancels a title and then you still have the issues leading up to the cancellation. It's always like, I don't know, you have to try not to love them and be obsessed with them and things, and it's hard. It really is. I'm dealing with that with a lot of titles right now. They're pretty much all DC titles. I'm dealing with that with Larfleeze, and it's really hard because I'm really liking the story, and I'm like, it's going to end, and I think the next issue is the last issue of Larfleeze, but Phantom Stranger was one that everyone that I know who reads it absolutely loves it, and I love it, and it's really sad to see it end, and now with this one, it's like, I feel like he's just sort of starting his own book again because, the Forever Evil's over, all that stuff is over, and he's just now getting his own stuff again, and they didn't even really give him a chance, but we'll see, but it is always awkward to read these last issues whenever you know a book is ending. It always takes away from the story almost, because I don't know, at least with me, I try not to get like too attached, because then it just makes it harder whenever it's that last issue, but that's just me. All new X Factor number 9, which is going to be exciting, I can tell. I love this title, and the cover is very interesting, so it's going to be interesting to see where it goes with this. We have New Warriors number 5, which I really like this title as well. I think I say that about every book that I have, but obviously you're not going to buy something most of the time that you don't like. I really like it though, and I like the direction that it's going in. So it's one of those that like my shop stopped carrying on the rack, but I still get it because I love it. Loki, Agent of Asgard, number 5. I'm excited for this one. I really like the new Loki series. The first issue was good, but then the second issue was what made me like, okay, this is my series. I was really apprehensive about it. I figured with like sort of the following that Loki has, it didn't surprise me that they made a Loki series, but the popularity of it kind of did, because a lot of people that I know who like Loki are like female fangirls who just like him from the movies. So I don't know. I was really excited that the series is doing well though, and I'm hoping that it lasts a while because I really like it. And then we have Black Widow number 7, which I really like this one. I had to go through and get all of my Black Widows out, and I cannot find number 4, and I think today I'm just going to go and buy another one, because I can't find it and it's driving me crazy. But I really like Black Widow. I love the first arc that happened, and I'm excited to get into the second one and see what it has in store, because the first one for me was really good, so I'm excited to read it. And by the same author, we have The Punisher number 6. And the thing that I like about these two is like they're written by the same person, and they both, at least the first arc, the thing that stood out with me was the animal aspect. You have Black Widow has the cat, and then now Punisher has like the coyote wolf thing that he's adapted named Loot. And I really like Loot's like my favorite character in the Punisher. It's sad. Like I like the Punisher and I like all of that, but I really like the relationship that he has with Loot, and how he, even though he's the Punisher, he still always makes sure that he's taken care of and that everything's okay with it. So I'm excited to read it. We have Superior Foes of Spider-Man number 12. I'm wondering about this one because, Superior Spider-Man isn't around anymore. His foes still are, and I don't know how much longer this series is going to be a thing, but I'm excited to read it because I like it. This cover is a little bit different than all the other ones too. Whenever I got it today, I was like, this is not a normal cover, and it's not, but I like it. We have Cyclops number 2, which I really liked Cyclops number 1. I just read it I think a week and a half ago. And then I finally read through the Trial of Jean Grey arc that they had with All New X-Men and Guardians of the Galaxy. And I really like what's going on with Cyclops. I hope that this series stays around. And I like how, I don't know, I really, really like it. I didn't expect to like it. I kind of just got it because it was number 1 and I felt like I should give it a shot. But I really, really liked it. It sort of gives him a different aspect, and seeing him interact with his dad and everything. I really like it. And if you guys haven't read it, it follows like the Cyclops / Scott Summers from All New X-Men, like the one from the past. So it's not like present day Cyclops, it's the one from the past, and it's like he meets his dad, who's like a space pirate, and they are like traveling and having like father-son bonding time because they didn't have that because his dad was supposedly dead for all of those years, and yeah, so I really like it, and I think it's a good story, so I would suggest it. And then we have Magneto number 5. All of these are like new series, and I just love all of them. I love Magneto, and I'm excited to read it, and that's just all I can really say. We have Amazing X-Men number 8, which I like Amazing X-Men as well. We have Batman Eternal number 9, which I like Batman Eternal. I do. I'm really not starting to like these weekly books just because it's just money that I'm spending every week, and I'm like, I could just not spend it, but I'm going to because it's just how I am. But I really like it. A lot of people really like it. Even the people that sort of bash the Batman titles and everything, they still like it, so it has that going for it. There's Moon Knight number 4, which, once again, I really like it. I feel like I'm a broken record, but it's a really good title, and this page is very pretty. So, yeah, that's going on. And that's all I can really say. I'm not gonna read through the whole thing in front of you guys, but I really like Moon Knight, and I don't know if I've read the third one. I might be an issue behind on it, but I'm excited to read it. I'm excited to see where it goes. The first 2 issues that I've read, that I know I've read, were really interesting to me, so I'm excited to see what happens now. We have Justice League 3000 number 7, which sounds strange, but this is one of my favorite DC titles. I really like it. I think it's interesting. And Locust, even though she's a villain, she's like my favorite. If I was a villain, I feel like I would be her. Like, I don't know, there's just something about her I really like. And it's gonna be sad whenever like her arc ends, because I'm not gonna want it to. I want her to always be in the cast. And if not, I want her to like have her own book or something. Like, I want her in my life. So I'm excited to read it. And I like the other aspect of it too. The whole concept is sort of different. Even with Forever Evil and everything that was going on, Justice League 3000 wasn't part of that, so that was kind of nice. We have Avengers World number 7, which this is also a Nick Spencer title. He wrote this, and he wrote Superior Foes of Spider-Man, so lots of people have lots of books coming out this week. It's kind of strange. We have Iron Fist number 3, which I really liked this book too, and I really didn't expect to. I remember the first issue, it took me forever to read, because I'm like, I'm not gonna like that, it's gonna be ridiculous, but I really did like it, and I wasn't expecting to. So it's just a thing, like, go out of your comfort zone every once in a while and read a comic that you don't think that you'd like, and maybe you will, and then you'll buy it forever and waste and just not have money anymore. But it's okay, because you have things that entertain you, and that's totally more important, right? No, but that's not the point. Future's End number 5, which I'm a little bit behind on this one, so I'm sure that it's good, but I'm behind on it, so I'm not going to judge it right now. My duplicate of the week is Original Sin number 3. I got this variant. I didn't get all 3 covers that my shop had. I didn't get the original cover. I almost did, but I didn't. I got this variant cover, which I liked, and then I got this one, because this one is so pretty and awesome, and I love it. It's my favorite, and I'm really interested in this series. I haven't read a lot of the tie-ins yet, but just the Original Sin that I've read so far, I'm really interested in it. The Watcher, it's weird like reading things now with the Watcher in it, like just like old issues and stuff, because like he's coming back, and he was in like one of the more recent all new X-Men's, and it's like, no, like that's the Watcher. He can't like be judging Hank McCoy now, because he has other stuff to do. But it's interesting to read this. I'm hoping that eventually in the end they just bring him back, because it's going to be weird not having him around, because, I don't know, I always liked the Watcher. Except for in Deadpool Kills Deadpool, but I can forgive him, I guess. We have Hinterkind number 8, which I really like this. It was really hard for me to make a top 3 this week, because I wanted to make like a top 5. So Hinterkind number 8 would have been in that. We have Chaos number 2, which is a Tim Seeley book, and I love Tim Seeley, so I'm excited about this for sure. I really liked the first one, so I suggest everyone go out and get it. And then my top 3 this week, one that I wasn't expecting to put in, but I did. We have Amazing X-Men Annual number 1. The new issue of Amazing X-Men came out this week, but so did the Annual. And the Annual is in my top 3 because it is written by Monte Nero, and I love Monte Nero. He wrote Death Sentence, and he's writing the Death Sentence that's going to come out at the end of this year. Also, and he has a DC book that's coming out soon. I think it's just a one-shot kind of thing like this one. But I'm super excited to read this. I'm excited to see what he does with the Amazing X-Men, because his writing to me was amazing in Death Sentence, and I loved it, and I loved his characters, and I don't know, he's a really awesome person just to talk to and to read, and I don't know, I like him, and I was really excited whenever this came out. I hope that everybody went out and got it, and if not, you should, because it's going to be awesome, I know it. We have Nailbiter number 2, which I enjoyed the first one a lot. It wasn't really what I thought it was going to be about, but I really liked what it was about, and I'm excited to see where it goes from here, and all of that. So if you liked Ghosted, I think that you will like Nailbiter. It's the same writer, but it's not the same concept, but it's like a town where the majority of the serial killers come from, and it's good. And then finally, Revelations number 6. Number 5 ended very cliffhangery, and I can't decide what's going to happen. Paul Jenkins told me in my interview with him that I would not see the ending coming, and this is the ending. So whatever is in here, I'm not going to see coming. And saying things like that make me think. And now I'm trying to think, like, what would I not see coming? That must be what it is. And so, like, I'm thinking too much into it. I need to just read it and love it and be done with it. But I can't do that now. So thank you, Paul Jenkins, for making me, like, try to think of every possible outcome of this comic. And none of them will probably be right, because according to you, I still won't know it. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I'm excited to read it, though. Cupcakes this week are just plain, because I just wanted icingless cupcakes, and they're my cupcakes, so I can do what I want with them. The littlest one this week is going to go to Montenero and his awesome success with getting Amazing X-Men Annual number 1. I don't know how hard it is to get those sorts of books, but I think it would be pretty difficult to get a Marvel book, let alone Marvel and DC and all the other things that he has. So he deserves cupcake and all of that. So now he has one. The second one is going to go to, I feel like it should go to The Watcher, because I love The Watcher. I don't know, like, reading Original Sin has brought him back into, like, the absolute main light. Like, he's always been around and you always know about him, but whenever you stop and think about, like, all the things that the Watcher's seen and, you know, had to deal with and let happen and everything, it wouldn't be an easy job, okay? It wouldn't. I remember we had a panel-to-panel question, like, what do you think, like, the most awkward thing or whatever that he has seen is? And it's weird whenever you think of that. Like, he's seen the good, he's seen the bad, but he's just seen, like, some strange things. And because of that, he should get a cupcake for something, because who knows what's in the Watcher's, like, memory. There's probably things, like, he can't unsee, but he has to, because he has lots of other things to watch as well. And the biggest one, yesterday was my beloved friend Space Chief's birthday, and he just lives a few hours away from me, so I'm perfectly capable of driving up and giving him a cupcake, which I will, but I'm going on a trip tomorrow for 10 days, so I won't be able to until I get back, because I don't have time to do it today. So Space Chief, you get a cupcake, and I will bring you cupcakes and lots of other things very soon whenever I get back from New York. So I'm excited for that. And speaking of New York, I'm going there tomorrow, really early in the morning. I will be there for 10 days, and I will be going to a convention and doing lots of other things. It'll be awesome. But next Wednesday, I will be in New York doing my video instead of here. So I'll be, like, on location somewhere. I don't know what's gonna happen, but it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be different. So that's why. So yeah, and I should still have cupcakes and comic books and all that. I'm still working that out with my shop and the shop that I might be going to in New York or whatever. I'm working on all of that, but there will be comic books, there will be things. So different locations, same thing, all of that. Norton will be going with me, so you will have your weekly dose of Norton. So all of that is happening. So I will see you guys next week from New York. So bye.